Yes.
Okay. Guys, I'm not giving you the answer right away because if I give you the answer, you guys will say yes, yes, aa gaya samajh mein. But I will get the understanding or the confirmation only once I get the answer from you. So even if we have to spend the whole session, kal ka bhi, it's okay. Key vault is an important topic. I don't want you to just say yes, yes, and go ahead, right? Just for the sake of it. If you are not getting it, I'm okay to repeat it. But I want you to scratch your head and understand my question and then answer it thoroughly. Let me repeat it, right? And I've told you this many times. Start thinking about the previous services as well, which we have did, right? For example, if for just argument's sake or understanding sake, I'm saying that I want Imran to have access. Let's say this user, I want any user, right? If I want Imran to have access on that key vault so that he can go ahead and check that key और वहां से उसको अपने डिस्क को encrypt कर ले. This is what I'm planning to do, right? This is what I'm saying, that Imran should go ahead and fetch this key, though it's not possible, I told you, and user नहीं करता है. But I'm saying कि इमरान इस की वोल्ट में जाए और इस की को फेच करे, राइट, और यहाँ से अपना ये लेकर आ जाए, की वगैरह लेकर आ जाए. सो व्हेन आई क्रिएट एक्सेस पॉलिसी हियर ऑन द की वॉल्ट, तो व्हेन वाइल सेलेक्टिंग दिस मैं यहाँ पर किसका आईडी यूज करूंगा इन दिस केस?
VM का
Imran.
In this case, whose ID I'll use? Let's stick to this one as
Imran.
well. Imran's ID, right?
Imran.
Now
Yes.
Imran
yes,
has an ID. If I go to my Azure Active Directory, Imran has an ID. Now, guys, similarly, I want my virtual machine to go ahead and access this key so this virtual machine can encrypt his own disk. So what ID I'm going to use here?
Virtual machines ID.
Yes.
yes,
इतना क्यों confusion था then, guys? Now, virtual machine, will it have a user ID like you and I have?
yes, it has.
No, is it similar to what you and I have? We have user ID.
No.
What a
No,
virtual machine will have?
no.
What will a
User
virtual
and
machine?
password. It's not like we have an user ID and password. It is simple like tap out, you create an username.
No. That is your operating system's login ID.
Yeah, that's a operating system. Hmm.
So which user ID will I give here? Yes, guys. If I want this virtual machine, if I want this
IP दे
virtual
सकते हैं क्या?
machine, no, no, definitely not. We are done that we have to give ID. IP कैसे चलेगा? If I want this virtual machine, guys, this virtual machine to make some changes or access something in this SQL database, यहाँ से
The
इसमें कोई
one
changes
which we have
करने,
created for VM.
what is it called?
User
Yes. Okay, guys, please
user
make sure you
defined.
remember
There
the
are two.
terms.
UDD.
Remember the terms. You can call it as Azure Identity Management or Managed Identities. So you call it Azure Managed Identities. So you do not have a user ID, you can give them your managed identities. Make sure to use these terms. I'm telling you, see, this is class. Here we are to learn. I will give you a number of chances. I'll give you some prompts, some hint. Even if you don't answer, I will understand कि हाँ concept clear है. But your interviewer is not going to do that. For one application, he has 10 resumes. Why would he or she make a favor on you? Right? Why would they help you? Why would they prompt you? When they have a readily available candidate who knows everything, they won't let you. वहां पर कोई सीखने के लिए चांस देने नहीं बैठा है. Companies are not willing to pay you 15 16 LPA so you can come and learn with them. They want someone who has already learned and they can use their skills to help them in their issues, and not the other way around. They are not paying you, they're not giving you the package so you can go and learn with them. That is not happening. So unless you use terms, unless you use terminologies, unless you use technical jargons, your interviewer will not have the confidence that you know the things. So here the clear answer was your key vault right? So I hope you understood by this example. Now, same thing. Instead of SQL, now what is it there in the picture? I want this virtual machine to access the key over the key vault, right? So on this key vault, if I'm assigning some accesses, which ID will I use? This virtual machine's ID. Now, what kind of ID a virtual machine could have? It will have a managed identities. It can have either system assigned identity or it can have a user assigned identity. Is this clear, guys, to everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I come here, I will have to search for that ID, user assigned ID. So here it is. Now, because I know there's only one VM, hence I know. If I didn't know, how will I find the user assigned identity to this? User assigned or system assigned, whichever it is. How will I find that identity?
Go to VM.
Okay. Then what?
Disk measure.
Yes,
ये
guys.
ये डिफॉल्ट डिस्क में जाना है या फिर वो
No, no, no. No, you're not getting the
एडिशनल
question.
सेटिंग.
Did you get the question? Did you get the question, Imran bhai? So I just want to see whether you didn't hear the question or are you completely going wrong with the concept. My question is that I am already here. I want to assign the access to this VM, but I don't know the user ID of that VM. So how will I get that user ID of VM? Yes, Sunil, Sonali, Hanif, anyone? How will I create an identity, by the way? I just showed you, right? In last session, we checked. How will I create an identity?
Additional setting.
It's under security, guys. Under security,
Sorry, the
identity,
identities.
under identity, here it is. You will simply copy this, come here, and paste it, and here it is. I know it was VM1, तो मैंने VM1 भी टाइप कर दिया था तो आ गया था. ठीक है? This is one method. And what if I'm saying कि नहीं, this PC doesn't have any system assigned identity, but I have one user assigned identity जो मैं इसको assign करने वाला हूँ. इसके साथ और 10 मशीन को assign करूंगा. So as of now, you give access to that user assigned identity. So how will you find user assigned identity? Imagine I have not assigned it till now. अब तक मैंने इस पे कोई assign नहीं किया है. So how will you find that user assigned identity?
Just search for manage identities in the Azure portal and then you will find it.
Here it is. Yes, perfect. Manage identities. And here you will see all of them. You can ask which one of this. Okay, this is the one. You'll give access to this one. यहाँ पर, if you come here, right? This is the ID. Here it is. You give access, and later on, that user can assign this ID to multiple machines, multiple app servers. But in this case, सिर्फ machine में ही काम आएगा. Key mostly machine ही use करती है, and that too for encryption. Is this clear, guys, to everyone?
Yes.
So any traffic or anything, any request which can directly access some database, etc. And if you do not want that to happen, and if you want that to go through a key vault, there you can use this method. Is this clear to everyone? Here also,
Yes.
look at this. If I wanted my VM to access this SQL directly, so instead of creating this connection directly, I'll go through the key vault. तो यहाँ का इसका एक्सेस जो है वर्चुअल मशीन का एक्सेस डायरेक्टली होगा की वॉल्ट पे, की वॉल्ट का एक्सेस होगा एसक्यूएल पे. इज इट क्लियर?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, some questions which they ask when it comes to key vault, basic things which I have told you वो है. उसके अलावा few things which they ask is Azure Key Vault, once you create it, right? Once you create it, you have an option to take backup of that. So if I go to a key vault here, it's very simple. Backup is very simple. I go to the key, this key, and here I see a key, download backup. That's it. That's all I have to do. ये हो गया backup. Very simple. The question is, can I restore this backup? Let's say backup I have taken, okay, and now I'm deleting this key. It's done. Now let's see, restore. Click on restore. Go here, search for the key, right? It's giving me some error. There was a conflict, restore, either key names. Okay, it is not yet deleted completely, hence it's giving me some error. Okay, now the question is, once I have backed up one key, once I have backed up some service here, once I have backed up some key here, can I restore that? Can I restore that in a different key vault? I have downloaded from here. I've downloaded a key from here, and I want to restore the key here in this key vault. Is it possible? If I delete it from here,
Technically,
no, it's okay.
yes, it is
Yeah,
possible.
let's not guess. So no, I'm just giving you the questions. Okay, let's not guess.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yes, it is possible. Okay, look at this. I downloaded it from this key vault and restored here. इससे मैंने इसका बैकअप लिया था, इसको रिस्टोर मैंने कर लिया यहाँ पर. It is possible. Is it possible to restore it in cross subscription? I have my key vault. मैंने इसको डाउनलोड कर लिया, and now I share it with you. Will you be able to restore it? Answer is no. It has to be same subscription. Now the tricky part. My key vault was created in East US. I have a backup of that, and I deleted the key vault. Now I want to restore it, and I want to go to West US. Is it possible? The answer
No.
is yes. Yes. Answer is yes. You can. It is not region specific, but you cannot even do it globally. Right? This is the only exception. सारे services में ये एक exception है, बस इसको याद रख लेना. And definitely interview में if key vault का topic आता है, तो definitely they ask you this. So you can restore it in the same subscription. You can restore it in different key vaults. You can restore it in same geography in different region as well. If I have created a key vault in East US, I can download and take the backup. I can restore it in West US, Central US, East US too, wherever I want in US geography. But if I've taken a backup in East US and if I'm trying to restore that, same credentials, same subscription, everything, instead of East US, I'm trying it in Central India, you will not be able to restore it. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Right, so make sure you remember this point. They definitely ask you, key vault का topic आएगा तो ये definitely पूछेंगे. So you can restore it in same. अगर आपको एक word में याद रखना है, so you can restore any file, backed up file of key vault in same subscription, same geography. ये दो words में आपका पूरा आंसर आ गया. Same subscription, same geography. So can I restore it in different subscription? No, same subscription. I have taken it in East US. Can I restore it in West US? Yes, same geography. I have taken it in East US. Can I restore it in Asia? No, same geography. It should be same geography. The moment you are, and here when I say geography, I hope all of you remember the basics which we covered, right? Geography यहाँ पर एक country को हम ये कर रहे हैं, refer कर रहे हैं.
Yes,
Got it,
correct.
guys? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Right. Now let's quickly, we're done here with managed identity and key vault. Right. We'll go ahead quickly and see one topic, which is backup vault. And then we'll go ahead with recovery service vault. Right. So like we have seen, I hope you guys watched the video. Right? Recovery, because recovery service vault, it's not nothing new for us. When did we do the recovery service vault, guys? Anyone remembers? किस चीज के लिए यूज किया था हमने recovery service vault?
Disk.
Could you elaborate?
Sorry, backup
Backup.
क्यों लगा?
Yes. When you create a backup, there is a recovery service vault gets created, and we are going to read the same recovery service vault. However, now instead of backup, what we are going to do, we are going to talk about disaster recovery, but it's the same recovery service vault. And make sure to understand disaster recovery thoroughly और अच्छे से, because ये जो है आपका base है migration का, right? So we'll go ahead and do that. But before this, we have one backup vault as well. Not recovery service vaults backup. I'm not talking about recovery service vault और उसके backup की नहीं बात कर रहा हूं मैं. There is a backup vault as well. Why do we have backup vault? How do I back up a virtual machine? Can someone please tell me? A very brief, एकदम छोटा सा answer. Just give me the service name. If I want to back up my virtual machine, what service should I use?
Restore point.
No, that is not a backup. The answer is right away in front of you on the screen. If I want to use a backup of my virtual machine, what service should I use?
Recovery service.
Yes, recovery
No,
service vault. Under recovery service vault, you'll use backup. Okay, so this is it. We are using this one. We're doing this. Use any policy, enable backup. You can simply start the backup from here, right? Let's go to this recovery service vault. If I want to enable backup, what all can I backup using my recovery service vault? I can backup my virtual machine. I can backup SQL Server. I can backup SAP HANA. I can backup Azure file share. But if an interviewer is asking you how to backup a storage account, in storage account, what all do we have, guys? What are the services do we have in storage account? Yes, guys, what all services do we have in storage account?
That file share
Container,
container
file share.
Yes, container,
table.
file share,
yeah,
queue, and table. So file share, do you see it here?
yes,
So if the question
Azure
is
file
there
share.
that how do you back up a storage account, answer is file share can be backed up using your recovery service vault, and there you get an option to back up your file share. But what about container? How do you back up your containers? Anyone knows? No guesses. I just need to know. If you guys know, it's okay. Otherwise, we'll see it. Right? So
No.
let's see how to back up your storage account. And what we have done in GRS, would you call that backup? By the way, do you remember the GRS concept which we did? Replication, RAGRS, GRS.
Yes,
Would you call that backup?
yes.
Sorry, would you?
Yes, we can call.
Okay, you can call it backup. See, I'll tell you the
Yeah,
difference between backup and replication, guys. No, you cannot call it a backup. If that was backup, then here in recovery service vault also, we won't have two different options. Look at this, backup and site recovery, or backup and replication. Replication is different, backup is different. So what we did in GRS, LRS, that is your replication. Replication में क्या होता है? If I have a virtual machine here, okay, and guys, I have been saying virtual machine, virtual machine. It's not only virtual machine, you can have anything, right? But because mostly we use virtual machine, hence I'm naming it virtual machine. Replication, how does it work, guys? Does it work one in 24 hours, twice in 24 hours, or continuous? Replication कैसे काम करता है? What we have
Continuous.
seen, continuous, right? So
continuously.
if I have a file here, 5 minutes में I should have that file here. If I have file here, in within next 3 minutes, I should have a file here, right? If I delete the file from here, a file will get deleted from here. Now, if I get a ransomware attack at 1636 here, right? If I get a ransomware attack on all my files, and ransomware attack आपको immediately नहीं पता चलता है, 2 मिनट में पता होने वाली चीज नहीं है. It will at least take 24 hours or at least 3 to 4 hours. for you to understand that you are being attacked by a ransomware, right? But in these 3 hours, what do you think the status of your replicated data? Is it intact? Yes, guys. Yes, no, maybe. What is it?
नहीं वहां पे भी ये हो
Definitely.
जाएगा.
It copies
हम्म
everything. It is a replica. So here also you have your uh, ransomware attack has been done here. Now both of these data are useless for you. Why? Because ये लोगों ने पूरा का पूरा data जो है encrypt कर दिया है. That is the ransomware attack. उसी तरह से होता है. They ask you for some payment to decrypt that data. Right? This is your replication. But in backup, what does it? How does it work? This is your machine. This is your backup. If you guys remember backup policy, we can put a policy that every 4 hours or every 12 hours I should have a backup. So let's say if I've taken every 8 hours, right? So one backup is being done at 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. एक बैकअप हो रहा है. So last backup कब होगा? 8 hours पहले. ठीक है? Somewhere around 8 a.m. 8 a.m. एक बैकअप हो गया. And somewhere around 2 p.m. my ransomware started. Ransomware attack started. और 4 p.m. जो बैकअप हो गया, यहाँ पर एक बैकअप हुआ, इसमें ransomware वाली फाइल्स है सारी. And this backup, it's clean. Now you tell me, guys, is this backup useful for me? Any of these backup? Data loss होगा थोड़ा, but is it useful or not?
Yeah.
Which
yes.
backup?
Same one.
Till 8
8
a.m.
a.m.
8 a.m. right? So if your application is crucial, आप ये 4 घंटे के जाए 2 घंटे में रखोगे, 1 घंटे में रखो. It's up to you, right? We have seen backup policy thoroughly.
Yes.
Now
Yeah.
do you understand the difference between backup and replication?
Yeah. Got it.
Right?
Yes, understood.
Now in replication, so some file, forget ransomware. It's too big thing to discuss. ठीक है? You simply deleted a file here. आप ही ने delete किया. ठीक है? You deleted that. सुबह morning में आते ही you thought ये client का काम हो गया, you deleted that. How fast it is being replicated? 5 minutes, right?
Within
Yeah.
2-3
5
minutes.
minutes,
Yeah.
2-3 minutes. In the evening, you remember, यार वो file delete नहीं होनी चाहिए थी actually. Do you have that file again? Just only because you have replication? Will you get that file back?
No.
No.
No. Same example below. 8 a.m. You came here and 9 a.m. you deleted that file. 4 p.m. there was one backup and 8 a.m. that there was one backup. 5 p.m. you realize कि वो file delete नहीं होनी चाहिए थी. Do you think something is useful for you here? 9 a.m. को आपने डिलीट कर दी वो फाइल जो 1 साल से फाइल पड़ी थी आपके कंप्यूटर में.
हाँ, useful.
Yes,
Yeah.
8 a.m. वाली
PM
होगा.
Yes.
Even if you don't have 8 a.m., let's say you deleted that at 7:30 a.m. But this is not the only backup you have, right? We have seen the backup policy. It is happening daily. Minimum 14 days का हम डेटा रखते हैं इसमें बैकअप में. If you guys remember the backup policy, that is the reason I
Yes,
asked you to
yes.
go ahead and watch that video once. तो आज की इसमें नहीं होगा, कल होगा. So this is the difference between backup and replication. Replication, why do we have mostly? So we can get your services up and running. Got it? बैकअप से रिस्टोर करने में बहुत टाइम लगता है. रेप्लिकेशन में सिर्फ आप लोगों को 2-4 पॉइंट्स यहाँ वहां कनेक्ट करने होते हैं. 2 या 3 घंटे में आपका ये सब कुछ अप एंड रनिंग हो जाएगा. सो दीज आर नॉट द इंटरचेंजेबल फॉर ईच अदर. बैकअप की जगह ये नहीं यूज कर सकते आप रेप्लिकेशन. इज दिस क्लियर गाइज? These are two different things. So what we did for
Yes.
storage,
Yes.
GRS, RAGRS, etc. What was that? Was that backup or replication?
Replication.
Replication. So my question is, as an interviewer, how do you back up your storage account? So don't ever answer over there GRS, LRS. That is not your backup. And in recovery service vault, using the backup option, You can back up few things, but is your storage account there except for file share?
No.
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 For that, we have backup vault. Here it is. It's a new service, not new, it's a different service, independent service. You create a storage. So this is just a name I have given. You create a backup vault. Under a backup vault, rest of the things are same. So I'm not going to repeat backup policies, etc. Right? I'm not going to repeat that. We have done that thoroughly in details. You simply have to create a backup. Click on backup. Look at this. What option it gives you? It is giving you the option to backup the disk as your storage account, where specifically you can have blobs, you can have SQL servers, Kubernetes, etc. But here I just wanted to show you storage account because I've seen this question being asked in your interview that if you want to access this, if you want to back up your storage account, what do you need to do? So you required a backup vault, not recovery service vault, not the replication, backup vault. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Here again, one more thing. Before you start this backup, this is not going to happen exactly like your virtual machine. There's one more thing you have to do, right? One more thing you have to do, which is your system identity. This is the reason I completed managed identity topic again. So if I go here, I'll show you. We are not going to do the practical. Practical की जरूरत नहीं है इसमें, because if you give the service name as well, ना आपका काम हो जाता है. A backup vault for storage account. In storage account that needs to be protected, you have to go to that storage account. You have to go to that storage account, go to IAM, and then you add this assignment. You add this. Let me go and show it to you. देखो ये मैंने बैकअप वॉल्ट बना लिया. ठीक है. I am saying कि ये वॉल्ट मुझको बैकअप होना चाहिए. So what do I have to do here? I have to go to that storage account जिसका मुझको बैकअप चाहिए. Let's say this is the one. Go to IAM, add role assignment, and there is a specific role, or we can simply give let's see which role is that. It will be good if you remember. Use the role, choose storage backup coordinator. If you remember this role, it's completely a brownie point. अगर इतना detail answer दोगे ना, so you will definitely have a brownie point and edge over the other interviewers, other candidates. So you have to go to that storage account, go to IAM, add storage account coordinator, click next. Now, which ID will you use here? Who's trying to access your storage account in this case, guys? This is not application. There is no end user who's trying to access your storage account to take backup.
Backup vault.
Backup vault. So what do you need then? Your backup vault should have an ID. So while creating this itself, it gives you one ID. Look at this. Here it is. You simply have to go here to this storage account, assign that particular role. Which role? Storage account backup coordinator, and you give access to your backup vault on the storage account. This is also managed identity. Here it is. This is the managed identity for our storage vault, storage backup vault. You give access, click next, 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 assign, and then you simply come here and you click next, 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 and that's it. Done. Backup policy, we are not discussing. I hope you guys remember backup policy. And what should be the frequency, कितनी देर में होना चाहिए, soft delete कब होना चाहिए. Everything is there in that backup policy. Got it, guys? Any doubts, any questions? Yes, guys. Yes, no, maybe. Any doubts, any questions?
सुहेल भाई, एक्चुअली ये और एक एक दो बार में ये रिपीट करना पड़ेगा, फिर बाद में अगर कुछ आता है तो मैं पूछता हूँ फिर.
But guys, as I told you, do not keep it for longer time. Do not think that you're going to do it after 1 month or 2 months. That is not going to help you, right? Make sure you do this when our classes are on, when we are practicing, when we are discussing these things. So if you don't understand, guys, do one thing. today I'll give you some task, and here I've given you thoroughly a detailed steps here, right, how you have to do from here, or I'll share the link as well, right? I'll share the link as well with you. Uh, Go through this and configure one backup for one of the storage accounts and send me the screenshot. Once you configure, I know how it looks, so send me the screenshot. What you have to do, go to that storage account. Let's say this is the storage account. You have to go to IAM, add role assignment. The role which is there, it's particularly written there, which role needs to be added. Add that role. As of now, I'm just taking any random role. Add that user. Which user? The one which you will create on your backup vault. So first thing, you'll have to go ahead and create a backup vault. Create here a backup vault. Make sure your region and everything is same. Okay, here we can select anything. Geo, it's fine. Vault properties, enable soft delete, etc. You can delete it as of now, but I'm sure you guys know by now what is soft delete. Why are we deleting now? Because it will be easier for us to delete this vault later. Okay? Enable system identity. Look at this. This is the identity you will have to add to your storage account. You can either enable it or you can add the one which you have created. Are you guys able to relate the topics now? If I create this, then storage account पे कौन सा ID को access देना होगा मुझको guys? If I add this identity here, so storage account पे मैं कौन सा ID को access दूंगा?
Backup vault.
So which is the ID of the backup vault now? You have assigned this ID. Now this ID has become your backup vault's ID. See, either you can create its own ID or you can assign one. This will be a system created identity, and this will be your user identity. I hope you remember this. System assigned and user assigned.
Yes.
So if you create this, this will be your system assigned. If you add this and you have already created one, that will be your user assigned. Right? Cross subscription, enable, it's okay. You can keep both enable. Tags, it's fine. You simply create. So this is your backup vault, which has been created. Look at this. What does it say? System assigned managed identity is automatically enabled for this backup vault. So now you have to go to your storage account. जिस storage account का backup आपको लेना है, you have to go to that storage account. Go to IAM, add role, and assign it here. Okay. Assign what role? This is the role. Here it is. This is the role you have to give. Storage account backup coordinator. I mean, if you give owner, तो वैसे ही सब कुछ आ जाएगा, but you don't want to do that. You won't give owner access, हर एक को नहीं देते रहोगे आप लोग, ठीक है? So you deal with specific one. Now you have to assign one ID. Which ID? जो आपका backup vault है, उसका ID you have to assign. So click on backup. ठीक है? आपको ये करना है. Vault name is backup vault. Storage account. Till here you have not selected कि कौन सा storage account है आपका, ठीक है? And look at this. You have got the ID. इस ID को आप access दे दो आपके storage account पे. Now your storage account has given the access to this backup vault. So this backup vault can go there and fetch some data and take the backup, right? So click next. Backup policy. There is no create one. Default, give any name, it's okay. Default or whatever. We are not covering backup policies, guys. ठीक है? Backup policy हमने किया है काफी. Backup, it's okay. ये सारा आपका backup policy है. You can leave it default, or if you want, you can change it as per your convenient and create it. So now you're creating a backup policy, and that should start a backup of your storage account. Right? So you have created a backup policy now. Click next. And here you have to select your target storage account. So unfortunately, I don't think so I have anything in East US. Okay, it is in East US, let's say. I should be able to see my storage accounts here. If we are not able to see, let's say, we may have to start it again because we didn't have access that time. Let's refresh. We have assigned the access. Click again on backup, blob, and I hope I have some blobs here. Containers I have. Let's check. Okay, we have new test container. Click next. Again, this backup policy is fine. Let me check, guys. Why are we not able to see this? Here, this is here. Same subscription, same location. Storage V2. Subscription is same. I hope I have created backup vault in the same subscription. Subscription 2 East US. This is also fine. Retention point here. Backup policy we have created. Basics. Okay, guys, here we have less than 30 seconds in this session. You try this. If it doesn't work, let me know. We might have another session, not tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to cover recovery service vault. If you are not able to do this, we'll join a session of 15 minutes quickly and I'll show you the practical of this one. But you try, I'll be sharing a link with you and I'll be assigning a task to you how to do that. Please try to complete that and share me the screenshot how you take backup of your storage account. And if you face any problem, do let me know. I'll join that. Now we don't have time. Only 30 seconds are left. So I'll be closing this session. I'll upload the recordings and I'll share the task with you. Make sure to complete it today. So we'll have some time tomorrow to discuss. And see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Tomorrow we'll do recovery service vault. I'm
Okay.
stopping the session now. Thank you.